Welcome to the Hudson Valley business scene. I'm Frank Castella Jr., the President and CEO of the Dutchess County Regional Chamber of Commerce. And on this edition of the Hudson Valley business scene, I'll be joined by Mr. John Nelson, and he's the Director for Public and Community Affairs at HealthQuest. Thank you for joining me here on the Hudson Valley business scene, John. And I want to talk a little bit about certainly HealthQuest, but how about yourself? How did you get involved in this?
Wow, how did I get involved in this? That's an interesting question. I started out as a journalist in the Hudson Valley. Was a journalist for 15 years. Spent about 7 years at the Poughkeepsie Journal, and then I've been with HealthQuest. Went over to the quote-unquote dark side about 2.5 years ago to direct community affairs for HealthQuest. So,
community affairs for HealthQuest. What exactly does that job entail?
It's basically external communications, right? So I'm in charge of any sort of communication with the media, pitching media stories. I handle social media for the system. I direct a team to help produce lectures, seminars, community events. It's a busy job. We're a big organization. There's a lot of stuff going on. So
certainly is a big organization with a tremendous footprint here in the Hudson Valley region. HealthQuest is growing exponentially. And can you talk a little bit about some of the projects that you have on the horizon here in the Hudson Valley?
Well, the biggest one people can see right now, when you're driving on Route 9 through the city of Poughkeepsie, you can look to your left if you're heading south, and you'll see all the construction that's now underway as we begin to build our 696,000 square foot new Patient Pavilion, which is going to bring 264 private patient rooms to patients in the Hudson Valley. It's a huge project. It's costing upward of $500 million, and it's going to offer so many great things to our patients. Give them the private space they deserve, and we're going to have a brand new emergency department, trauma center. There's going to be new operating rooms. There's going to be a 300-seat conference center that's part of that public organizations can use, in the area. So we're very excited about it. It's just now you're starting to see ground being turned over. They're starting to flatten things, and it won't be long you'll see that building go up.
What's the projected date for that hospital to open?
It's going to take a couple of years. The projected time is early 2019. So I figure by the end of next year you'll start to see the building will be almost up, because then it'll take another almost year or longer to fit the inside of it. So
700,000 square feet almost. That's a pretty tremendous footprint. And talk about footprint. HealthQuest is not just Poughkeepsie, Vassar Brothers Medical Center. You have many other affiliates. Talk about some of the affiliates that HealthQuest has under the umbrella.
Sure. We've got 2 other hospitals, Northern Dutchess Hospital and Putnam Hospital Center. Putnam Hospital's in Carmel. Northern Dutchess is in Rhinebeck. Northern Dutchess opened its brand new Patient Pavilion earlier this year. And we just are about to open an emergency department expansion project that we've done up there that we really needed to do because of volume. It's just, the second we opened up our new Patient Pavilion in Rhinebeck, we were full, and that hasn't changed. And so we're continuing to explore new ways to meet patient needs in Rhinebeck. We've brought robotic surgery up there, all those things. So we also have the Heart Center, which is, the #1 cardiology practice in the region. We have HealthQuest medical practice, which is primary care specialists, surgeons. We have a brand new team of primary care doctors right in Poughkeepsie. Dr. Carolyn Nemec, Dr. Jessica Duyard, and then we have a nurse practitioner, Kate Bloss. And they're a new team, and they're looking for patients. So, anytime you want to, if you're thinking about exploring getting a new doctor, I certainly recommend going to our website, healthquest.org, and doing some exploring.
So healthquest.org, our viewers can certainly visit the website and look at all the different options that are available. I know HealthQuest Medical Practice is growing exponentially, as we said, not just with HealthQuest itself, but HealthQuest Medical Practice is adding new locations, which is very convenient, especially for me. I live in LaGrange, and you have a great practice out there that I use quite frequently. I am a little bit clumsy. So you do have a lot happening here in the Hudson Valley, and I know that you also commit to a lot of organizations. not-for-profits in particular, always giving back, always donating. So it's a focus on healthcare, but it's also a focus on community. Can you talk about a little bit about what HealthQuest does here in the community?
Sure. One thing that people I think don't really realize or forget is, we're a nonprofit, and our role, first and foremost, is to give back to the community, to keep what we do within the community. And so, we have a responsibility to take part not only with the local nonprofit scene, but also to just bring our doctors, our providers out into the community to let them know. We offer, balance workshops for senior citizens so they don't fall. We offer seminars about different aspects of healthcare. We participate in, the fundraising walks and galas and things like that. Because we believe it's our responsibility, not only as a healthcare organization, but corporate responsibility to participate in the community. And that's expanding. We're moving, we have over 5,000 employees now. By the end of next year, that's probably going to be upward of 6,000, because we've recently announced the acquisition of Sharon Hospital in Sharon, Connecticut, just across the border. And once that joins the family, it'll take about 9 months. Once that joins the family, that's going to push our employee base up that high. So
this is a story all in itself. Almost 5,000 employees at this point, going to 6,000 employees. My understanding is that you're looking for almost 200 employees at this point in time and recruiting folks from all over the country to come here. So really elevating the level of care that we offer. Can you talk about some of the positions that you have available?
Sure. It's across the board. I mean, it's clinical, it's non-clinical. It's, we really have a push right now to hire nurses. And we're having career fairs all over the place, even some crossing the border into Danbury, but we've had some locally in Vassar, at Northern. The best way to find out is to go to healthquest.org/careers. There you can find a list of every single type of job that we're recruiting for, and there are a lot of them. We're looking to hire.
Yeah, and I think that's such a story all in itself that we could really have another show on, is talk about all the careers and what you're doing there to enhance the level of healthcare.
It's amazing. It's amazing. I go every day. I swear, I go into the hospital and I'll meet someone, who it's their first week there, or it's the first time at least I've run into them, and always walk up and say, what do you do, where you came from, and it just blows me away the amount of people that we employ and who are just great contributors to our Mid-Hudson Valley.
So as HealthQuest grows, where do you see HealthQuest in the next 5-10 years?
I think that we have lofty ambitions. We want to be the place, the regional destination, as we already are for healthcare. But we want to reach top decile performance across the board for the nation. We want to have specialists that are matched anywhere at any other health system. We're increasing our specialists in oncology and cardiac and neurosciences. I mean, we have this amazing technology that a year ago, 2 years ago, didn't exist. I mean, 2 years ago, if you had a stroke around here, you would go into the hospital and you'd get TPA, which is the medication that they put into your system that kind of thins your blood, and there was a chance that you would recover and there was a chance that you wouldn't recover. Now we have interventional neuroradiologists who can use a catheter that's like the size of a piece of pasta and thread it up into your brain, and it can remove the clot. And it's amazing the recovery that you can have from this, and how many families have already been affected by that. So.
Yeah, I think there's some incredible stories that are already out there, like you mentioned, that lives have already been changed as a result of this. And I think it just goes to speak to the technology that HealthQuest has invested in and brought to our community here. And it's so important for our viewers to know the level of care and the emphasis of quality of care and bringing that technology here that HealthQuest has invested in to really make a difference here. It's a lot of people think they have to go to New York City to get great quality care, but we have nationally recognized healthcare center right here You know, the Cancer Center in itself and the Heart Center are nationally recognized organizations that are really elevating the quality of care. So we really owe you a debt of gratitude, and the HealthQuest team for their commitment to bringing great health care here in our community. I think that's all we have time for here on our Hudson Valley Business Scene. I want to thank you, John, for coming in and joining us here on the Hudson Valley Business Scene. I appreciate what you're doing for our community, and keep up the great work. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.